Cool, nice to have you here. We didn't really know what to expect because Victoria was like, you know, normally 100 people sign up, and we were like, what are we going to do about that? Improv with 100 people. So we want to start with telling you a little bit more about how we started at Parrot and Tank. And if I remember correctly, I was in the second year of university and I was sat in the media room, which is what you did when you didn't have your own laptop back then. And I was doing, sort of working on an assignment of some kind. And then my classmate Nisha, who I was kind of friends with, but I didn't really know her very well, turned to me and she said, "Eva, what are you going to do when you graduate?" And it was just such a loaded question. I was like, oh, mate, we're like second year, I don't really want to be thinking about it. But then we got talking and we very soon found out that we wanted to be doing the same things. And we just wanted to make work. We wanted to make theatre that would make people laugh, that would make people cry. And very soon we found ourselves finishing each other's sentences. And then there was this very awkward pause, and then she said, "Do you think we should start a theatre company?" And it was really serious, the way she said it. And I said, "Yeah, I think we should. I think it's really important that we start a theatre company." And so that's kind of how Parrot started. It was later followed by images and pictures of what Parrot was going to be, and whether the tank, because we had Parrot in the Tank, was going to be like a tank that you kill people with, or like the aquarium. And that was like a really big deal. Anyway, so we started Parrot, and then we thought, how could we invite more people into the process? And I think I grabbed Joe, one of our directors, to join us, and then Nisha. Did Nisha approach you in Wapping?
Yeah, I got grabbed on a platform in a train station and accosted and brought on board. And that was kind of it. It's the cheapest thing to do is start a theatre company. It's like a band. You just stand next to somebody and suddenly you have a sense of, oh, we're a theatre company. It's achievement right there.
Alright. So that's how we started. This was 9 years ago. We're now 9 people, and many shows and many theatrical experiences. Later we were trying to count them. I think it's like 15 or something like that. We've gone through many sort of experiences of humility and people's stories, and we always turn to personal stories that really touch us and try to bring them to the stage and share them with people. And the last show that we worked on was called Black Dog Goldfish, and for me as a producer it was a really special show because it was a personal experience of someone very close to me, and it was a show about clinical depression. And we thought, right, how can we take this script and put it in front of audiences and make people laugh about something as serious as clinical depression, so as to invite them into the process. And so we decided to, I guess, bring a piece of Black Dog Goldfish here with us, not so much in the show, but in the process of how Black Dog Goldfish started. Mainly because Victoria missed Black Dog Goldfish and she didn't come to see the show, so we were like, okay, let's bring it to Creative Mornings. So we'll talk you, well, we won't talk you through the process, we will get you to do that. And Sam, before we go into that, we'll just tell you a little bit more about how we do that.
So our company's based on 3 very strong principles that we all hold very dear: collaboration, playfulness, and the idea of storytelling, really, really deep sort of personal storytelling. So the collaboration, we work very, in our disciplines, we work very closely together. There's no hierarchy. I work as a director in the company, and we have a sort of 4-prong attack with lighting, sound, and stage design, as well as direction. So we kind of pull against each other, push with each other, so there's never a sense of director in charge, which is often a sort of preconception of theatre. What we do with playfulness, which is really, really important, is playfulness kind of comes from this childhood idea of we have fun, and then we quickly forget about that as soon as we become an adult, and we don't get to do that as much nowadays. So we embrace that in the way that we create work, by just playing games, warming up with ideas. using it to inspire new images, ideas like that, and just generally having fun with what we do.
Which is probably why I've been doing it for 9 years.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't see any other reason why I can continue to do it.
being able to sort of just laugh at that is a wonderful thing for us to do with your life, which is great. So with playfulness, there's this idea of improvisation. Improvisation sounds terrifying. For me, it sounds like a very American idea of I'm very clever, I make these connections and I can be quite smart. I'm not a smart person, I'm not intelligent, I'm not clever, and none of these things at all. I'm not very smart with my humour. I work very physically. So the idea that you follow an impulse leads you somewhere and you just go with it and see what happens, and then the ideas and thoughts will come with it. See, that wasn't very funny. I actually thought about that, and I see you all going, it's not funny. That was me being clever. I mean, that's the level of clever I'm talking about. But the idea is, what we're going to ask you to do today is to just follow these physical impulses, not those kinds of impulses, the physical impulses. Again, that was me trying to be clever, didn't work, not very funny. But the idea is that you follow what happens and you see where it leads you. The last idea is storytelling. Good old-fashioned storytelling, nice personal stories that we want to share and connect with. So, to do that, we've got a series of games that we're going to play. I hope you're all feeling up for just playing. I mean, it's great. I've been spending a lot of time out in Paris doing some work out there with people, and it's amazing when there's sort of 20 of us adults just trying to keep a ball in the air, and you're there just keeping it, and you get to 100, everyone screams, shouts, it's brilliant. You go, I'm an adult, this is great. This is what I'm doing in my life. So, with that, we're going to play our first quick game. So what I'm going to ask, if everyone can do, this might be a bit mad, is every chair that's not being sat in, can we all work together to just put them at the side facing this way and keep your chair with your stuff you've got, as well, your personal case. Put them underneath the chairs. First things first, we do a lot with theatre, we do a lot of eye contact. It's very important. We need to look, engage our audience, be with them all the time so they can see us, we can read off them. So very quickly, if you just scan around, make eye contact with everyone. No one's that scary. Look, smile, look, nod. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, you know. You can hold it for a tiny bit of time, just to make it a little bit awkward. Smile, nice. Someone great, I'm just giving him a real big challenge to try and film all this. The nice thing that someone taught me as well is the fact that if I speak, you can see something changes with me when I talk and I look people in the eye. If I start looking at the space between people and at no one, you see something very quickly changes in my demeanour when I talk. It just looks like I'm a bit lost. So we like playing the eye contact. That will make more sense in a bit. This game is called...
I've got a chair. Do you want a chair?
Yes, I should really just grab one. It's called AI. So, this is a funny knee game walk. Here are the rules. There's an empty chair there. I'm going to start with it. I have to get to that chair and sit in it. But to do so, I have to keep my knees together. Like this. Okay? Now, nobody wants me to sit in the chair. So, to stop me from sitting in that chair, someone has to get up and sit in that chair. That chair's free. I'm not going to go for this one. But now this one's free. You can't. A young lady here just gave us a very good example. Once you've lifted your bum off your seat, do not sit back down. You've committed to following an impulse. You know, you feel that moment to go, oh shit, I should get up. There's none of this, none of that. I think because we've got enough of us, we could probably do 2 people to make it a bit mad. But let's start with just one and see how it goes. Where's the empty chair? Who can see the empty chair? I'm pretty good at this as well on my knees. See? Okay, you can volunteer yourself now. So, if you walk just over there, it's a bit distance. Yeah. Just a bit of a heads up.
And make sure you keep your knees together.
Try and take a chair. Knees together, very good. Go. That was a wonderful little negotiation.
That was a new game, I think.
It was very nice, wasn't it? It all sort of became polite. knees together, people. Fantastic. Okay, big round of applause. Thank you very much.
Sam has talked a little bit about improvisation when it comes to games. I think there's this idea of improvisation being hard. I don't know how you all feel about improvising, but for some reason there's the stigma that you have to like come to the middle of a circle and be like, I shall perform, and people will laugh. It's not like that at all. And I think a lot of it is about being comfortable with the idea that the first thing that comes to your mind is good. So this next game that we're going to do is a super simple game of throwing an imaginary object. Okay? So that imaginary object could be a ball that I throw at someone, trying to make eye contact with someone that is going to catch it. The moment the person catches the imaginary object, they can turn it into anything else. So you can turn it into a crocodile that is eating your face, or you can turn it into like trousers that you put on and then you take off and you throw at somebody else. Let's just give it a go, okay? And let's try to do it in complete silence. Okay.
So, just a quick question. What was nice is when it gets thrown across the space, it's kind of by chance that you get it and you just have to react really quickly. As it starts making its way around, you have this thing where it starts there and over here, like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, it's a plane, no, it's a toothbrush, no, it's a, who had a thought, who was thinking hard before? Put your hand up. It's so natural to do. You get so nervous that you think, I have to create something great for these people. That guy did something brilliant and it was hilarious and now it's falling on the floor and it's gone shit. So, but that's okay. The trick is to deny those thoughts, to think those ideas and just, you know, someone hands something and it just happens and it changes into something else. There were some really lovely little interactions and lovely people listening to each other and going, I'm going to take this, and it's, you know, it actually had a connection. So that's what we use a lot. That's what we mean about just impulse, take it, do something with it, don't think. Don't think, it's too hard. We get very tired of thinking. Great, should we move on to...
Yeah.
Okay, so this is game number 3. This is an old classic, everyone will love this one. We use it quite a lot to devise and to get into things. Who knows the game Grandmother's Footsteps? So Grandma, if you're standing there, your game is to creep and get to Grandma and tag Grandma. When Grandma turns around, you freeze.
Should I just demonstrate really quickly?
Yeah, okay. Creep in, turn whenever you want. Creep.
Oh.
So, what you can do, because we know that we don't know everyone's names necessarily, you can point, it's rather indiscriminate to go, you. But Grandma can be a bastard and go, I saw that, I saw you, send him back. If you get caught, you go back to the start and you start again. So to become Grandma, you win at this round, you tag Grandma. Does that make sense? Is everyone happy with that? Yep. Okay, fantastic. We'll do a quick round of that just for you guys as well. Okay, when you're ready.
Thanks so much, guys, for being so awesome. This is pretty much how we start making any show that we work on. And I guess, this is just my assumption, but I guess one of the reasons why Victoria wanted us to come and speak is because the way we see humility or humbleness is just, for me, it's this kind of idea of shedding status or any assumption that you might hold about another person. And just bringing everyone to the same level and being aware and having empathy. And I guess that's something that we wanted to put everybody through this morning to start the day. Do you want to talk about Black Dog?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, what was lovely is it removes status. We play a lot of games with status in theatre, but the nice thing is that when we come into a room to make stuff, we're all kind of in the same place. We play, everyone's an idiot, you know. If everyone's an idiot, then no one is. That's the lovely thing about it. We create this very nice atmosphere to just be able to fuck up, essentially, try things out. When you devise, things work, things get thrown on the floor, things stick their way through to the main show. There's a real drive for success with, I think, all of us, especially in this kind of, in the capital city where, you know, working towards things, you have to succeed, you have to do these good things. There's no room for failure and just learning from it and not being afraid to do that. So with this show that we were speaking about, we wanted to create an environment to tell a good story. The show was about clinical depression. I'm someone who struggled with it a lot, and for many years I have, so it was partly my story that I brought to it, and it was something I felt like I had to share. And in a good way, it was great because Eva pushed me into a position where I had to talk and speak about it, which is the first thing you must do if you struggle with mental illness like this, to try and share it with people so we have a bit more of a discussion about it. So that's what we wanted to do with the show, and that's why we use theatre in this kind of forum way, not necessarily to send a real direct message because there's raw mail for that, but you know, you can. It's about sharing an idea, and hopefully we can all come together to talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much, guys. I don't know whether I think that's probably it. Yeah. Thanks so much.
How awesome are these guys? Pretty awesome. This is the idea of what we're trying to do more with Creative Mornings. We do a lot of talks, but I really feel that we should be doing more play, and this is exactly what play is. I love this moment of us waking up together, having coffee, meeting people we wouldn't really meet on a Friday morning. And this idea of play is for me, where community starts. So expect more of this in this coming year. Thanks for being here so early. Thanks for having shiny eyes. Thanks for being awesome, and good morning.